Tonight we're going to talk a little bit of trucking. I'm down here in the driver's seat. I got my passenger over here, Jason. What's up, Jason? He's brand new with Rosedale Transport, and today's his first day driving. But I got a special guest for you coming on tonight. I'm waiting for him to get set up. But as a guy by the last name of Cooper, he followed me on the live, and he actually come and work for Rosedale about 3 months ago. So if y'all got any questions for him tonight, y'all can answer him. He's been at Rosedale for about 3 months, and plus he wants to talk to you about the dangers of CBD. He had a. I'll let him go into that, but we're also going to talk about SAP program. We're going to talk about that and a few other things. So let's give it a few moments for him to get in here, and then we'll go from there. But so how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good tonight? Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how things going. There we go, right there. See if that worked. What's up, big guy?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hold on, let me share this post real quick. Let everybody know we're live. Most
All
people
right.
watch it. They come back and they watch the lives later. So because I'm just
Okay.
randomly just do them. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever have a set time. So, but
I got you.
so you've been with Rosedale for 3 months now, right?
Yeah. 3 months. This month, the third month. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right. So
sir.
he come off the channel. He was watching my channel, and I'm gonna let him do the post the talking night. But uh, tell him about your experience with Rosedale, your 3 month review, good and the bad, the ugly, and then tell him a little bit about how you how you got started and the situations you got in with the CBD and how the SAP program works. A lot of people don't know nothing about SAP, so
Okay. Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna
For
let you.
sure.
I'm gonna let you take the floor first and tell them about your experience with Rosedale and how you got started with Rosedale and all that.
Okay, yeah. Well, actually, I want to say thank you, man, for having me on, man. And I watched
You're
the
welcome.
channel and everything. So that's really how I got on the road there with your channel. So you were doing a video, and I was looking at what my wife actually found it because she was trying to
Okay.
help me find another job. You said because we call every company. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later, but
Right.
we called every company and everything, and she said, "Babe, you ever heard of Rose?" I said, "No, I never heard of Rosedale."
Right, right.
so
Most
when
people haven't.
yeah, so when she showed it to me, I called her and I spoke with Tina, and she was like fairly nice. So she called me and showed me the schedule my orientation with her and everything. They put me in the room at the Red Roof. So got in the
Yeah.
room at Red Roof.
I ain't got nothing good to say about the red roof, but anyway, it's all right though.
Yeah, they put me in the
It is
room
what
at
it is
Red
because of that.
Roof, and I did 2 days orientation. It's supposed to be 3, and reason why I did 2 because it's a link with all the questions and everything that Tina sent to you, and if you do it at home, you'll have less days in orientation. So that's what I
That's
did. I
cool.
did. Yeah, I did. I answered all the questions and the videos. Watched all the videos. The JJ Keller videos. So I had to
Right,
watch all
right.
them. But I did that prior to coming. So when I came, I just had 2 days orientation.
That's
It's
cool. Cool.
paid orientation. And since I had over I want to say over 6 months experience, it's a sign on bonus. So they give you
Yeah.
yeah
That
45 to sign on bonus, which that was
that's
cool.
awesome.
I just
And they
you
gave
get
you that 1,500 on your first load, didn't they?
your first load after you deliver your
Yeah.
first load. After you deliver your first load, you get your 1,500. Then 3 months after you receive the first load, you get your second. So that's how I know I've been here 3 months because I just got mine on
Right.
this check. So
That's awesome, dude. That's
yeah,
awesome. That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
How
So
you
see,
like
I
it so
mean,
far? You doing all
oh
right? You getting the
man, it's
miles?
a
How's your miles? Your
yeah.
miles doing all right?
Oh man, Miles is there. They give me the miles I need, the miles I want, and you get the option to 'cause matter of fact, when I first got here, my dispatch had asked me. She said, "How do you like to go home?" I said, "I be on the road every 2 weeks, you know." So she said, "Okay, that's cool, but they can get you home
Right.
every week if you like. If you
Right.
like to
Right.
stay out,
I
then you can stay out."
Yeah, yeah. See, how I get my miles when I'm not training, I try to stay out like 10, 12 days. If you stay out, a week and a half, 2 weeks, you get more miles that way. But every week, they do have the option of getting you home every week. That's the good
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, you can come. I had the option to come home every week. So
Right,
I
right.
mean, pretty much all, man. Man. I love them, man. I love it. And what I like
That's
about
good.
them,
That's good.
like certain people like certain things about a company. But what I like about Rosedale, the most to me is they know you by name, you know. So it
Yeah, dude, that means a lot.
ain't yeah,
That means a
it
lot,
ain't a
dude. It does.
so they don't call and you call and say, well, what's your truck number? No, they say, what's your
Truck
name?
number 057214. Yeah, I said, who is this? I had a problem with
Yeah.
that too because I worked for Rosedale right out of school back in
Uh
2008, and then I left, but I went to Heartland and a few other carriers after three
okay.
and a half years, and I got so used to that. So when I come back, I've been back with Rosedale now for couple of years, but when I come back, I was like, yeah, this truck number. They're like, who is this? And I'm like, it's
Yeah.
Sean. I said, it's Sean Griffith. Oh, Sean, what's up, man? Like, I'm like, oh, okay. It's a different feel, ain't it?
Oh
It's a
yeah, oh
good
yeah,
feeling, man.
oh yeah. That they know you, man, and they care about you. You know, they appreciate you, the hard work you do, and everything, man. So you know, it's a pretty
Right,
good company, man, and I like them, man. Like, and I'm gonna get into the backstory of the reason why I came here. So
right.
I used to drive for I've been driving now for a year. I say a year and 2 3 months. So when I first started driving fresh out of school, I was with a company called. Can I say that name? The company I was with?
Yeah, yeah. You can say, well,
Okay.
yeah, you can say whatever you want. Hey,
Okay.
hey, my channel's about truth, boss. Even if it's bad about Rosedale, I speak truth. So whatever it
Okay.
is on my channel, you're free to say whatever you want to say. I apologize if I'm not looking at the camera because I am driving. I'm doing it on
Oh no,
75,
no,
so
you good.
I
You
might not be.
good.
Yeah, I might not be able to see all y'all's comments or whatever, but it's because I'm driving. But I got to keep my eyes on the road. But yeah, go ahead,
Oh,
boss.
for
Go ahead.
sure, for
You're
sure.
free. Do
Gotta,
your
gotta,
thing.
yeah, gotta stay safe out here. But
Yeah, yeah. Do your thing.
so I was with a company called they was well Pam, fresh out of school, you know, and they was starting
Woo!
me off with like starting
No
me off
money
like
paying Pam.
oh yeah, I mean, but Pam, don't get me wrong, Pam is a good company. They just don't
Right,
pay. You know,
right,
if
right, right.
you know they just don't pay. But they is a good company though. I can't say that about Pam. They is a
That's
good
good.
company.
That's cool. I
But
don't. I've never worked there, so honestly don't know. I just know what everybody
oh yeah,
tells me.
it's a good they're a good company. They just don't pay. So I mean, you want a good company,
Right.
but no pay, you know. But I used to do like 2,500 miles, man, and couldn't bring home $600-700 a week, man.
It made
So
me
you
sick.
know,
Damn.
I could do it. So my wife was like, "Nah, you
Heck
gotta
no.
gotta get out of there," cause I'd be gone, like I
Exactly.
say, 2 3 weeks at a time, missing my family. You know, if I'm gonna be gone for
Right.
that long,
Right.
I should be able to, you know, send them
Right.
something. You see what I'm saying? So I
Exactly.
couldn't,
Exactly.
I couldn't do it. So
That
she
made
was
me
like, "Nah,
sick
you,
thinking about
yeah,
that.
you." She's like, "Nah, you gotta get out of there. That ain't gonna work, baby." Okay, I'll say, "Okay." You know, then me, I'm not the type to try to, you know, company hop, go for this company, that company, this company, that company.
And that
So I try.
speaking of that, I ain't trying to cut you off, but speaking of that, it's good you didn't because I was talking to Tina. Tina's a recruiter. For y'all don't know who Tina is, but I was asking her. I was like, What do y'all look down on?" And most recruiters, when they see you jump from company to company to company,
Uh huh.
it looks bad. It looks bad. It looks like,
Yeah.
well, why should we trust him with our equipment? He's just going to leave it somewhere, or abandon it somewhere, or quit. Or, you know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
So that's why I say do your due diligence before you go work for a company and check them out. And if you get with a bad company, stick with them for at least 6 months, unless
At
it's like going
least.
to cost
Yeah.
your CDL. Unless it's going to cost your CDL, then you know what I'm saying. Then jump ship. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you good, you good. So yeah, that's how it was. Like that's how you with anything, man. Like I try to stick it out to the end. You know, they paid for my school.
Right.
I told them I was gonna do the year. You know, and I was there 11 months, man. But that last month I couldn't do it. You know, so like
Yeah.
when I did it, man, when I first started driving, and to me, I didn't know how much stress and strain driving have on your back, you know, on your body, period. So with
Right.
that, like,
Right.
man, I was a rookie fresh out of school, you know, hitting them potholes, hitting them, you know, you jumping and doing all that, and
Right.
so. Man, my back used to kill me, man. I mean, I said it'd be sometimes where I couldn't even move, you know. So I was trying to do like everything. I used to have, you know, my son walk. I lay on the floor. He walk on my back, and you know,
Right. Right. Right.
try to do
Right.
anything just to get the pain to go away. But I really, you know, couldn't find anything. So I started using the CBD, and
Was
believe
you
it or
using
not,
oil, gummies? What was you? What was you? What part was you?
it was the smoking kind.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I was using the smoking kind of CBD. That what it was CBD. So I thought it was.
Right. So
I
you
mean,
thought yeah,
see,
you thought it
I
was yeah.
mean,
A lot
you
of
know.
people. I'm glad you brought that up because I've had a lot of people ask me about this. I'm like, yeah, as far as I know, yeah, you'll fail a drug test.
for sure you will. For sure you will. So like when I started using that, I left Pam and I was trying to go to another company. So you got to do the whole hiring process, your drug screen and all
Right.
that.
Right.
So I'm I'm thinking I'm good.
You were there taking a drug test.
thinking I'm
Yo.
good. So you know when you fail the drug test when a doc you see that number and I never seen this. It's a doctor.
Right.
Hello, Mr. Cooper. Have you done such and
Right.
such and such? I said, no. It was said, well, you tested positive for marijuana. I'm like, marijuana.
No, no.
I said I don't smoke weed, and that's one thing I want to let your viewers know. Like once you fail that seat that test, like most people they really don't want to know the story behind it. All they
They don't
know
care.
is yeah they don't care.
You
So all
failed.
they know is you fail. No reason
Yeah,
why
that's
you
it.
fail. That's it. You know what I mean? So I was trying to explain myself like I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed, but so with that, it's a I forget what it called, your clearinghouse. It goes on your
Yeah, the clearinghouse.
clearinghouse.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
I don't know how if they change it or not, but the health follicle tests don't go on your clearinghouse. But if you pass
No, it
a
don't.
drug test, if you pass
Yeah.
a urinalysis, that's going on your clearinghouse. So now every
That.
company
Yeah.
you get with can see that.
They'll
That's the
see
first
that.
thing
Yeah. That's
they first thing
forever.
they want to see is your clearinghouse. And so I was like trying to get with another company, and I could
And they're
never.
like,
Well,
ah,
first let me go back. So nonsense is on your clearinghouse. Now you got to go
you
to this
gotta do the
thing
SAT
called
program.
the SAP program, which SAP
Right.
stand for Substance Abuse Program. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm young, I'm 30. I'm like, I'm not a substance abuse. I don't abuse drugs. I don't, I don't
Right.
need
Right.
this. But the order to get
It's a
your CDL,
requirement.
you need it. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Exactly.
like. I was like, let me go, do it. But the thing was it costs. It's not a free class. So
Right.
you have to pay money. And I think like different SAP program, different counselors, it's different prices. I heard you can pay anywhere from $5 up to $1,000 for it.
How much
You know
did
what
you?
I
How
mean?
much you have to pay?
I paid like 600. I
How
paid
long
like
was the
600.
course?
It was I want to say a week. It went by pretty quick. If you do everything, it can be longer. They say it's up to you. It can be long, it can be short.
Right.
It's up to you because they send you so many videos you have to do. You have to take a test on it. You have to find your get a SAP counselor. They have to do an
Right.
assessment with you. So they have to do all that stuff. So if you prolong that, it'll take longer. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
once I did all that, once I passed everything, and you do a follow-up drug test with your SAP, I passed all that. And the only reason you do a follow-up drug test because they want you to be ready to go take your return to duty test. Because if
Correct.
you don't do that, if you fail that return to duty test, you got to start all the way back over again from the beginning. So
That's
so
yeah.
yeah, so they'll do a follow-up drug test with you just to make sure you clean and everything is up to par. So once I did my return, now this the once you it's six steps. It's 6 steps. So once you finish that fifth step with the follow-up interview with your SAP counselor, now you gotta do the final drug test, which is the return to duty drug test. Now this
Right.
drug test doesn't have nothing to do with your counselor. This drug test have to do with the company that hires you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay.
so so, so you got now it's up to you to go find a company that would take you on as a SAP driver. So now,
And that's so now you didn't spend all that you spent this money,
mhm,
you didn't spend this time. You're thinking, okay, I made a mistake. I smoked some CBD, and I didn't know it. You failed a test. And then you say, okay, I got to do right. I got to I got to spend all this money to get my license. So then you
mhm.
go and you go through this council, you pay the SAP, and then you realize that nobody's going to hire you,
No, nobody gonna hire you, man. Like
and they
it's
don't warn
so
you about that.
they don't. They tell you that, and then I get online. Google amazing. I Google everything. SAP Philly jobs and this and that.
Right.
And I mean,
Right.
some more you gotta have 2 plus years. I didn't have 2 years at the time. You gotta have 2 plus years. You gotta have this, or you gotta have that, or with me, when Pam paid for my school, they put automatic restrictions on my license. So now you got companies
The
now
auto
that
restrictions.
like
Yeah, they don't want to hire you.
I
They'll
can't.
find every reason in the world not to hire a SAP driver.
You see what I'm saying? So I was
All
like, I'm
these
gonna just
clauses.
man, I'm like every time I call, I say, hello, my name, do y'all hire SAP drivers? No, we don't. Well, we do, but you gotta be out the program. And I mean, I was getting so
Yeah.
many no's, man, like so many no's. And
Yeah,
like
I
I
hear it
say,
through my channel, man. People tell me all the time, like, I can't get anybody to hire you. And see, Rosedale,
mm-hmm,
they're only allowed, I think, to have so many SAP drivers at a time.
okay,
So, yeah,
okay,
so I had a SAP driver probably call before you, and it was like, nah. Then I had a SAP driver after you got hired, and one now that not too long ago that we couldn't take him. So they're only allowed, I guess their insurance only allows so many. So that's another
okay,
thing is if you call Rosedale and you're trying to get on, don't let it discourage you because Rosedale will give you a chance. Well, they gave you a chance. They
uh-huh,
will give you a chance, but you just got to stay on them until one available
yeah,
to pop in. So
oh
I'm
yeah,
glad it
yeah,
all
man,
worked out, man.
yeah, man, it did, man. Then watching your videos, man, it was like you say, right on time. So I called them, spoke with
What did
Tina.
I do? Did I do a video about SAP?
I think you. It was
I
like
mentioned something about it. I mentioned
one of
something
your
about SAP one time.
one of
Yeah.
your one of your one of your early videos. Then ever since
Yeah.
then, man, I just started following you.
I
I
appreciate it, man.
subscribe,
Thank you.
cut cut my notification on. I mean, I might not catch all your lives, but like you say, I catch it after. I can catch it after,
Right,
and
right.
man, everything you
Thank you,
post, man,
man.
I like everything about the channel.
I appreciate
That's
that,
why I
buddy. I
see
appreciate that.
you. When I see
What's up,
you and
Trucker
your wife
John? Trucker John.
go to cold
Good.
water, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Clearwater's
yeah, I
nice.
see.
That was
Yeah, man,
sweet. That's sweet.
I seen all that, man. But yeah,
So
so
Trucker John says, hey everybody. He said, I'm late to the show. What's a SAP? SAP is a substance abuse program. Like I guess you're late to the show. What's going on, Rebel? If you was at Rebel, I can't. I'm trying to drive Rebel. Anyway, so if you're like you were saying, if you fail a drug test, you have to go through what I call a SAT program. So, what my guy here was saying is that he failed a drug test for CBD. He didn't know CBD would fail as marijuana, so he had to go through the SAT program, and then it's hard to get hired. But luckily, Rosedale got you hired on, so
oh
that's
yeah, they
good,
they
man.
did, man. They did. So man, I like you say, man. Don't if they tell you no, don't feel discouraged, man, cause it can't happen. See,
Right.
I was just determined. Then with my wife help, cause I was gonna give up, man. I was, cause I
You
came
know,
from a warehouse to a
I've
truck.
trained like 3 drivers this year that had SAT. They said that they were out to give up. Same thing. I
Yeah.
had a guy who was working for his. He was driving a box truck. Okay, he was
Uh
not even, and he was working for his uncle. Okay,
huh.
and he smoked some weed, and then his uncle's like, "Hey, look, we got to go get a drug test soon, so make sure you're
Wow.
clean." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 I got it." So he thought he was clean, so he waited like 50 days, and then he's like, "All right, I'm good," and then he failed. And so it went
Man.
on his record, like bam, that went on his
Yeah.
record. Then we had another driver. He got his CDLs, and he had quit. He turned his life around. He's like, I ain't smoking no more weed. I'm done. So he
Uh
changed his
huh.
life. And I think he got out of jail or something, and he smoked a little bit of weed, but he didn't have a CDL at the time. Then he's like, look, I got to change my life. So he quit. Clean. Went. Sorry about that. Phone just jumped off here. Here we go. Y'all back on that. So he got clean and he went to go take his got a CDL and he went to go for a job and it was still in the system.
Oh
Bops.
yeah. Yeah.
Never got to drive. No
Man.
experience. No
Man.
experience. SAP driver. So then he goes and
Yeah.
pays all that money, goes through SAP, and then he couldn't find a job nowhere. So
Yep.
luckily, but then Rosedale hired him. They gave him a chance, and I ended up training him. Now he's running, no looking back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Rosedale is a good company for giving people second chances. I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh
uh,
yeah. Good second chance company, man. Good.
right,
Good.
right.
And with them, man, they don't hound you. They ain't always calling your phone
I
where you
know, man. Ain't that
at.
cool?
Like
As
if
long
your
as you
load
do your
get there,
job.
I'm saying if you get your load on time, and they don't bother you, man. But when I first started, I had I can't remember where I was. I was out Midwest somewhere, man. But it was 2 times where I had a load where I couldn't get a back haul. So I
Was
was
he out in Colorado?
not that far. I can't remember where I was. It'd be like 3 months ago. But when I first started, I couldn't get a back call for like hours. Man, it took them hours to get me. But they was on it, man, and they got me back haul, and You know, I've been, you know, I ain't looked back since though, man. But
That's
yeah,
awesome, dude.
Yeah, Rosedale good company,
Well, I
man. Real good
appreciate you
company.
joining my live. My wife's calling, so I'm gonna grab this call, boss. But hey, I'll holler at you later,
Okay.
man.
All
I see
right,
you,
man. You
boss.
be safe. All right.
Thank you, man.
Uh-huh.